as computing. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Electra Porzel. This is the Victoria McMahon. We're with the Language of Consciousness Institute. And we have a question to explore with you. Are you letting yourself get in the way of what you want to do in life? We were talking about it recently, and it seems like at every phase of our life, we can say, I want to be this or do this, but everything that we actually do gets in the way. It doesn't happen, trips us up. And we go like, why? I know I want to do that. And I don't. And we weave this discussion with something that we know about the brain. And each of us has been educated by the Western system, right? You've gone to school, you've gone to your church, and all the information you learned is cataloged in your neural glial networks. And some of them get very short, these little networks, and they go through ABCD so quickly that they are a reaction instead of a response. There's no choice there at all. Now, some of them are things that you need, like your morning routine. I get up, I go in the bathroom, I brush my teeth. You know, that's an automatic. You don't need to start with that one at all. However, there are other networks like let's say you set up a time to meet with a friend, and then you forget the meeting and you go like, no, I really wanted to see her. I really wanted to do that. But no, what was the network or what was going on in these networks that actually had you, let's say, forget about the meeting that you said you wanted? So what we have is a tool for you that will help you create neural networks that have broader options in them, more options, that have more life-enhancing and life-generating possibilities. And if you do that, you'll find less and less that you will be getting in your own way. Whether you are brand new going to school, whether you are a young person with their career, whether you're a mom or a dad, letting go of your children to school, or whether you're a senior and you just say, is this the life I want to lead? Am I doing everything I want? Am I enjoying life? Is life joyful? And if any of those questions go like, yeah, I've been asking those myself, we recommend this. Victoria, what's your take on all of this?
So I was thinking about what you were just saying, Electra, this notion of how do I allow myself to get in my own way? And some people call it self-sabotage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it seems like such a harsh languaging of it. And yet the feeling and the body experience that we have after something goes awry is so vital and important to us in the moment that we really feel completely overwhelmed in that moment of, I wish I hadn't, how could I have missed that meeting? How could I have forgotten this or that? And I think what's important in that aspect is this tool that you reference, the templates, is that we become the observer of ourselves, that we get so acutely and vitally interested in our own being in these moments of forgetting, of wishing for something or longing for something to turn out different, that longing for a way to not get in our own way any longer. Mm-hmm. And so it starts with the observing, and then it moves us into how we really want our life to look, be, have those different components occurring. And so that's often for me in the templates that we offer through the Institute as how we begin from the beginning.
And it is the willingness to be a beginner. Because a lot of times we say, oh, I've had a lot of life experience. This is just me. So I'm kind of stuck with me. Or they go, or you're just so, we get so involved in shame and judgment about, I shouldn't have forgotten that. I should have done that. So there's something wrong with me. And how can I structure myself so I can make it better? Well, you can go ahead and do that if you want. But we're suggesting that you use the templates of the language of creation. And the important thing in life is this, is that as long as we stay with the same perspective and in the same kind of rut that we are, and then you're limited to the actions that you can take, and then you're going to get a limited number of results. So if you say, no, this is just me, and I always forget things, and I'll never get what I want, or I can't give up this or that. If you want to stay there, you are going to have limited options in your actions and limited options then in the results you get in life. However, if you do what Victoria said, and if you are able to step out as an observer and observe what is going on. Now, in most things that people teach, they say you have to force yourself to be an observer. You have to do something pretty deliberate. But if you use our observing template, it's really easy because you're writing it. So you say, observing, I forgot my meeting with Mary today. And be present to, I can't believe it. I was so looking forward to seeing it. Being present to, I can't believe it. I was so looking forward to it. Has me opened up into what is going on? What was there something going on that I didn't recognize? Opened up to, was there something going on that I didn't recognize? Has me have. And my have, if that was me, would be, I really want to make sure this doesn't happen. So you can have an observing that is very truth-telling, like that one. You may have an observing that's even a pissy pot one, if you want to have one. And you have one that's very positive. You get, observing, there's a rainbow in the sky, as me be present to.
And Electra, mine that came up in the moment for something like that was the disappointment that I had in myself. And I felt my whole body just kind of have a big, heavy sigh of, oh, I wish I had been able. And I think one of the things you mentioned a little earlier that really struck me is our culture is really designed around the quick fix and the need to fix a problem we have. It's a behavior. And what I believe about the templates that's different is this notion that it gets beyond the behavior into the state of being of what we are designed for and long for as human beings, that whether we're aware or not aware is present, because I wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't long for something deeper, more possibility, like you said. And I believe the templates in observing, in longing for and moving into the cravings, give us the access to what that longing is. Whether we know or don't know doesn't matter in the beginning. And like you said, the beginner's mind, whether you're aware of the templates through the Institute or not, you approach every experience in life from that beginning place of yourself, what you're paying attention to, and it gives you a greater, as Tantra would say, a broader, deeper, wider landscape, and more availability to you to choose how you want to respond becomes available when you have more possibility in front of you. And that's what the observing does for me.
And so the observing is what you just said, is it widened, deepened her perspective, what she was present to. That means that she has more options in the action she takes, and the probability of the results that she'll get will be different. than if we stayed with the original and did no observing. The power of the observing is it gets you out of your original perspective, helps you see things differently, even if it's, I'm in a pity pot mood right now, or I'm in wondrous wonder. Whatever that observing is, it gets you present. Again, another key piece in really discovering who you are and what it is that you came here to do. And what we posit is that just like if you do the observings, it gets you out of your perspective. If you do the cravings after that, you start to tell yourself and the world and creation and your higher being what it is that you want. What do you crave? You really crave, let's say, a relationship with your friend that's daily and ongoing, or something like that. Do you crave having a passion for your work? Do you crave keeping your children safe and sound? So those cravings are what create the neural networks, because you have, I think, at least 12 life-enhancing, life-generating phrases connected to what you crave. Our suggestion to you, we are both advocates with the Language of Consciousness Institute, is go to loc-institute.com and look at the site and buy the guidebooks. And if you buy the guidebooks, each of us are mentors. So let's say you read the guidebook and you say, I got some questions. Then the people you ask, you call, you sign up. We give you a free 30-minute mentoring session when you're new to buying the guidebooks. After that, our mentoring sessions are very affordable at $35 for 30 minutes. So we have your back. We also do group mentoring for you. So we urge you to try this as a tool for yourself to help you get what you want in the world. Second of all, we are here to mentor you individually and in groups, to support you in using the templates to give you the life that you crave. Any last word, dear?
That I would just like the person who may not be familiar with the templates to be curious, to give yourself permission when you go to the website to look and see what the templates feel like when you're reading the information that you see there. If you buy a guidebook or the set of guidebooks, that you just kind of sit with them in the beginning and see how your body feels, see how the language of it lands as you read and you feel the connection to it. And I believe that that's what all of us long for, is a deep connection within ourselves and to one another. And so this is that invitation into deeper connection. And that helps you get out of your own way, mentally, physically, emotionally. It gives you the access to that, to live your best life.
To live your best life.
Yeah.
And we're here for you if you'd like to pass on.
Yes.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.